Welcome in, everybody. My name is Game Master Sylah. Hope you're all doing well, and welcome to the Whitemane 1v1 qualifier. I'm joined today by Game Master Mullich, who will switch the screens very shortly. I just need to remember my keybinds. Give me a little moment.
Yeah, while you do that, can I just say I am incredibly excited for this qualifier. Greetings, everybody. I am your Master Mullich. I will be commentating this qualifier today with Sylah. So, just for those who don't exactly know the rules, we're going to be having 28 people fight in this qualifier. Or just in the tournament in general. Originally, we were supposed to have 32 players. Unfortunately, we've had to change it out a little bit. So 4 players will not be qualifying today, and instead they will be fighting a best of 7 tomorrow to make up for missing out on the qualifier. But you know, it is what it is. We still have 24 players who will be fighting, and can I just say, I'm really excited to see this. We have some fantastic PvPers competing in this tournament.
Yeah, it's looking like it's going to be an action-filled day for this one. Really excited for it. So, Mullich, care to tell us, who are the first people that are going to be playing?
So, we have our first competitor, Verzy. He's going to be playing a sub-rogue. And on the other corner, we will have Muset, who's going to be playing a feral druid. So we're looking at a double stealth game to begin with. I'm pretty sure that Muset will begin in bad form just to make our entertainment a bit better. It's always a really interesting duel feral rogue. There's a lot of you know, difficulty when it comes to avoiding bleeds and fairy fire as a rogue, and at the same time, a feral is incredibly difficult to go through as they have washed in literally the best cooldown you can use against Shadow Dance. And at end you also have obviously Survival Instincts, a huge shield wall, and they also have Revenge Regen, so ferals are very, very loaded on defensive cooldowns. And a bear form as well makes them very, very tanky. So it's going to be interesting to see how Verzy will have to play around this, because feral rogue duels always come down to the wire, so I'm very, very looking forward to this.
Yeah, it's going to be an exciting matchup. I honestly can't wait. And that's not all, guys. There will be more of these down the line. So we're just going to wait for some feedback. I believe we've got about 3 minutes left until we're ready to go. And it's going to be a good one in that one. Hope you guys enjoy it.
Indeed. And can I just say as well, the future competition that we'll have set up, all very, very exciting matchups. So I hope you guys will enjoy this as much as we will. So yeah, we just need a bit of time to start up the arenas, and we will see some PvP.
Hell yeah, it's looking good. So I'm just going to swap over the scene now, make sure that all the keybinds are working. I spent a while trying to sort this. We have the beautiful Sally Whitemane up. It's going to be a good one. We'll probably just stick to this screen for now, just to prevent any kind of issues going on. Just checking in with... we also have assistance from Game Master Tide and Community Master Esmeralda and PvP Game Master Fireboy.
Yeah, they will be helping us behind the scenes. Really, really thankful for them. It makes all of our jobs so much easier.
And just pull up the stream chat as well. Mullich voice changer, Pog. We won't really be paying much attention to the chat, guys, but we do have it open so that we can see what you're all saying, and welcome in everyone. So as soon as we have the heads up from Esmeralda, we should be good to go.
Indeed.
We'll just have the beautiful Grizzly Hills theme playing in the background. One of my favourite zones from Wrath. Although not really PvP related, Mullich, let me ask, what is your favourite zone from Cataclysm?
Oh, that's a bit of a difficult one, isn't it? I've always liked Oldham a lot. It's really nice for PvP. There's a lot of resources to fight for when it comes to Elementium deposits and also a lot of the herbs along the rivers. And I would say that just from a questing content standpoint, they have some of the coolest quests. You know, you have the Harrison Ford quests, but also you have, you know, just your normal Cataclysm stuff. I would definitely say Oldham is my favorite.
Okay, looks like the first game has already went underway. We're just going to go and get into the arena right now. See, I believe the match already started. There was a wee bit of a miscommunication to begin with, but we should be good going forward. Let's go ahead and pop into the correct scene for this. Here we are. We're good to go. We have Muset versus Verzy.
Indeed, and they have begun in stealth, and they just pass them each other. So and he pops out of bed for I was about to say. We should make this a bit more interesting for everybody. Keep in mind that arenas only last 5 minutes. If they pass the 5-minute mark, which is going to be 40 minutes on our current UI, the arena will be over.
Still
and there's the recuperate and the sap, so he has used premeditation. He's going to open now. Will he open with dance? There's the go. First of all, so he cannot fair fire. Just trying to stay everything. He missed the kidney shot, so this is not the opener that he wants. Just trading some easy blows. They're obviously both setting themselves up. And the gouge missed as well.
Can Muset out into cat form? We're going to see.
Yeah, Muset goes out. And there's a dance on the cat form. Cheap shot, he's going to follow the kidney shot most likely. And no, it's not. It was with the eviscerate. He's just going to cheap shot again.
Okay, Verzy.
Of course, the Box King was traded, and Verzy played a brilliant shadow step there. So now he has the chance to recuperate, get back his health, get back his cooldowns. He still has Fairy Fire up for a little while.
If Fairfire's down, jumping back into stealth here. We're going to see him come in, go for another stat. He falls down from the pillar, okay. And he's in a bad position. He can't really shadow step from this area either. And we've got that Muset right on top of that shadow eye. Is Verzy going to take use of the 10% extra? Seen him out right away, caught him out with the Fairy Fire. Sitting in travel form now. Into cat form. There's the Prowl. Fan of Knives to get him out. Looking good right now. Fairy Fire is going back up, maybe? No, not yet. We've got the cheap shot into the back steps. And into bear form. It's not really a great opening here. There's the blind for the reset.
Yeah. Muset got excellent full blinks off there with Tiger shooting. Verzy had to use blind. He needs to not be on the... So he gets an excellent set off. It's a bear form.
This is not looking good. Are we
going
to see it
a lot
open?
of damage. He has dance ready. It's going to be full damage, but there's a trinket bark skin. And now he's just gonna play the slogan. He's gonna want to play this out. They got 2 minutes left. There's a gouge. He's gonna try to catch Verzy. He's just playing it very simple. The Fairy Fire goes out just around the pillar. So he's gonna try to catch up now. Remember, they both half health. And trades walking to the sap. Brilliant! And he just opens up again. He's not doing a lot of damage now. Or he goes for it. So Muset has to use the damage regen. And now he's running away again. Remember, the clock is ticking. He's got almost 90 seconds left. Verzy has a huge advantage now. Muset will have to play this very smart.
He's also got the hemorrhage bleach on as well, so he can't really re-stealth. Sapped out into bear form. I mean, right now, it's not looking too good for Muset at the moment. You know, Verzy's still got dance on cooldown for another 30-odd seconds. Synapse String's still on cooldown, doing a bit of damage here. There's the bark skin again, into a gouge, potentially for a really quick reset. Verzy doesn't have Fairy Fire on, and there's the re-stealth right there. Let's pop over to Muse's point of view, see what's going on. Hits for the Shadow Eye. We have a random... I forgot that the shadow eyes on the spectator add-on kind of show a human male standing there. You know, that'll put...
He's a good lookout.
Yeah, he's the lookout. He's, it's, well, what do we call him again? It was, Freddy. That was it. We called him Freddy. Not to be confused with Freddy Fazbear. Both are back in stealth now, chilling around. There's a reopened... Oh, we got the pounce off into the pounce bleed, getting the bleeds up now. There's the dance. Every cooldown is popped now, doing some damage, but it's not enough. There's going to be... Going straight into bear form for that one. Bash on it. We've got the enraged, mangles. There's the blind, potentially looking for a restel, although I don't think Verzy can get it since he's got a few bleeds. But I could be wrong. I am completely wrong with that, but he gets pulled out from that last tick. A wee cheeky first aid. The skull bash in to get about it. There's a cloak, there's a vanish, cheap shot. Still got no cooldowns left, but we'll see what happens for this one. Barkskin is back up again. There's another gouge running around the pillar. Looks like Verzy's playing this very safe for this one. And that will be the 5-minute limit.
Up. Indeed. So, we need to see what the end result is. This will just require a bit of coordination. And we will be back shortly with the next game. Can I just say that was an excellent first game?
Yeah, that was a really, really good first game. Really happy with that one there. And I just had some feedback from our community manager. It's because the spectator account had Game Master on. That's a bit silly for me.
Looks like the first duel was won by Verzy. He has done 20,000 more damage than Muset.
That is incredible. Do you know, I honestly thought that the Feral Druid would be winning that first one. Just given the fact that Feral is completely... You know, the bleed damage itself is extremely high for Cataclysm, especially with a full mastery stacked Feral Druid. So, well done to Verzy. Sakras takes the first win.
Indeed, and now he has won his first duel. There are still potentially 2 more. If he wins the next one, he will advance, no issues. But remember, this is a very, very tough duel. And Verzy has only won this by a little bit. If only one of Muset's openers were better, he could have won this. So now let's see, Muset now has the right to choose what map he fights on. So let's see which one he picks.
So just to confirm, so we have that right, the Rogue won that match, we now just letting the Druid pick the map, yeah?
Indeed. Of course, he has a bit of time to decide. There are 5 maps he can choose from in Cataclysm. The one and only Ring of Valor. You have Nagrand Arena, Release of Lordaeron, Blade's Edge, and I forgot what the last one was. But the point is, there's quite a bit of selection. Nagrand Arena is generally really, really good ones for Feral Druid. Yeah, I left out Dalaran, of course. Nagrand is really good for Feral Druids.
Just checking
Will he be brave enough to pick Ring of Valor? You have no line of sight there. It can be very, very easy to chase down the rogue, but at the same time, the pillars can be can give them quite a bit of trouble.
Do you know, it's so funny as well, because we seem to be the only server that actually has a working Ring of Valor, and we're probably not even going to enable it for the live patches, which I find is really sad. I love that arena. But then again, I'm a healer main, so it's... Using the pillar to stand up and flex on people is really funny.
Yeah. Well, for now, we have disabled it for rated. For those who don't know, on live, Ring of Valor will be disabled for rated. It will be available for skirmishes and war games. We just might have a trial period for Ring of Valor.
Okay,
and it looks like they are in. Let's see what arenas they picked.
Let's see, I'm trying to find out. Looks like they're going on to Nagrand Arena. So let's jump into the game.
Indeed, the best choice he could have made. Nagrand is really, really nice for Feral Druids. You have the 4 pillars, a lot of open space. It is just a dream. Getting the eyes can be really easy. There's very, very little line of sight available for rogues here.
Terrific camera play by going behind a flag. That's absolutely beautiful. But here we go. Round 2, Sakras 1, Muset 0. And just to confirm, Sakras is the name Verzy. We'll probably get that updated for the next round, just to combat some confusion with it here. And the match has now opened again. Both characters are now sitting in stealth. We're just trying to see what's going on here. I believe we might have a bit of server lag. It seems that we can't actually get on to spectate them for some reason.
And of course, by the rules, if unfortunately a disconnect happens, then we will restart the duel. But
okay, so we've had a disconnection.
Yep.
Okay, let's get out of the arena now, and we'll get a rematch up and running. I'll just edit. We'll just edit the UI so that we've got the correct name showing up for Verzy.
I think actually you can just respect it, because my POV is actually working very well. Muset is actually in bad form now. He's popped out. Verzy has used his premeditation. He will wait for the 20-second cooldown. He's going to be using recuperate soon. It's 5 seconds from premeditation. He's going to sab. There's a recuperate. He's maximized his duration. He opens again with the pre-med Creoled. He's just doing as much damage as he can. He did not dance for his current burst, but he is running away with a perfect gouge. So Muset is on the back foot because he's traded Barkskin into this burst, and he couldn't catch Verzy in time, even with dash. So now Muset is absolutely on the back foot. If he wants to live the next dance, he will most likely have to trinket and shield wall for this. And he's just waiting for the hemorrhage bleed. There's a sap again. And then he opens 4 cooldowns. Everything. Muset is playing this very, very greedily. He's not trinketing, he's not doing anything. He's waited, popped shovel, and back, but the dash dodged. There's a Qualifier release, and he's got some basic bleed, so now there's a gouge. He will want to go cat front to try to trade some pressure back, because this is really, really bad for Muset right now. But instead he chooses to play defensive, and he's got stunned outside bad front. This is really bad, and then trades the trinket blind. So now all Muset has left, he's got his Barkskin back now, but he only has Frenzied Regen now, and if he ever gets stunned low health and bursts it down, he does not have Trinket to activate his regen. He still has a stack of roots left, so that proc, but it's not going to do anything for him. It's just so bad. There's the Barkskin trying to live through this, and then he uses Frenzied Regen. So now Verzy's playing this really safe again. There's the bash. Will he cook at form? There's no Qualifier. There's a Qualifier. Muset needs to turn this around. He is absolutely on the back foot here. He has nothing left. He only has Berserk. And he gets a perfect opener there. He's gonna try to full bleed. Stunned on it. There's a dance. And the evasion, so now he has to go back to bad form. He's just getting floored in this duel. And they have less than 2 minutes left, but now he can play a bit more defensive. There's the root and the Qualifier, but Qualifier is dissipating soon. And he goes behind on his side, so he cannot refresh it unless he pops a movement cooldown. There's the dash. And does not catch him in time. This is so bad for him, and then he opens again. Stun DR is off. And then he has the Barkskin because he's in cat form, and there's a perfect vanish, not to get Qualified. He's just gonna wait the stun DR now. And he's probably going to seal the game because he will have Dance and Synapse Springs ready. There's a premeditation as well on the sub. It's...
There's the dance again. Cooldowns all popped. We're going in for some huge damage here. Hopefully get through, but through the bear form though, it's kind of hard for Rogues to tell when's the best time to burst for that one. Spamming out some of the bleeds from the hemorrhage. Glyph of hemorrhage, absolutely gorgeous of that one there. Tiger's Fury's been popped. There's the blind. Verzy looking for the reset. He does have a Fairy Fire on, and he does have Cloak. Will he trade the Cloak for it? There's the Cloak vanish into another cheap shot. He's going for the backstab spam. There's the... Oh, we're looking for the kill, and GG! Verzy takes the next round.
And with that, Verzy also takes the overall victory.
We actually found another reason why we couldn't see people in stealth and why the UI lights, because we need Game Master on the spectator account. Whoops. But GG.
Technical difficulty never
Oh,
hits.
but yeah, it's our first tournament, so do you know what? We will learn from this. We will get better. But that was a blinding match. It looks like the guys were playing a little bit more aggressively, but then again, Blaze Edge doesn't really offer that much. Or sorry, Nagran doesn't offer that much in terms of, you know, ways to get away from people. So for that one, it looks like both of them just had to play cutthroat the whole time. But GG to those guys. Well done. Verzy moving on to the second round.
Indeed, and now we just have to get our next competitors in. This was a very, very interesting duel that we've had just now. We've had two stealthers, two very strong classes in Cataclysm. But now we have somewhat of the opposite, not necessarily in terms of being bad classes, but rather we will have a Red Paladin facing off against Enhancement Shaman, Creoled, the Red Paladin versus Regis, the Enhancement. It's not gonna be these same playstyle. We will have, instead of constant restarts, trading cooldowns, we're gonna just see absolute annihilation from both sides. But Enhancement Shaman can be a very, very tough matchup against the Paladin. If any Crusader strikes are dodged or parried, that's going to be a major disadvantage. So we will have to see how this is played. And also, the Spirit Wolves are really, really strong, so will we see the Spirit Wolves be killed before the Shaman?
Let's have the names. Who are the next two contestants so we can get everything updated properly?
So we have Creoled.
Creoled? Okie dokie.
With an A. So while we get this organized, just sit tight, ladies and gentlemen. We will be right back.
Seems that we've got a little bit. Looks like Creoled is not online at the moment.
He's not on soonish, which means in the next few minutes. Unfortunately, that will have to result in a disqualification. We do not want that.
Yeah, we really do not want that. But anyhow, guys, we are going to be deafening our voices here, and we will catch you guys in a few minutes when we are ready to go. Okay, guys, looks like everything is sorted. We now have the next contestants, Creoled versus Regis on the Dalaran Arena. This is looking good. It looks like the XYZ position has been actually removed from the spectator, which is a little bit irritating. We'll need to try and fix that. Give me a moment, guys.
Well, while we have some technical difficulties, please just sit tight.
Okay, technical difficulties are over, but it looks like the match is already finished.
Yeah, we will have to restart this one due to some issues, so we will just restart this real quick.
I guess all you guys in the stream can now actually hear who, so please introduce yourself again, Game Master Mullich.
Indeed, I just had a voice mod on. It was not working entirely well, but now everything should be much better.
Yeah, apologies for that one, guys. We went in to spectate the arena, but the UI never popped up. So it looks like we're going to do a rematch for that one.
Indeed. Unfortunately, we've missed a lot of the action. And we've had a really good opener as well. We've had Creoled open straight away with the Wings and Angel. A really aggressive opener. Try to place Regis on the back foot. Will we see that happen again?
Okay, looks like we're back in. Everything is working now. We'll switch over to the correct scene. We now have the Blade's Edge Arena. Creoled versus Regis. Enhancement Shaman versus Retribution Paladin. So who's your thoughts on this one?
You know, I really like to see the Rat Paladin win this one. It's always a very, very tough duel as a Rat Paladin, and remember, you have no PvE items here, so he's gonna be lacking a lot of damage that he could push otherwise with PvE items. But he's just not going. He's just letting Regis get a good opener here.
He forgot to rebuff. Come on, Creole, do this for your Paladin brothers. Spamming Dispel.
Trying to cleanse out the flank shock. That's not gonna work.
Regis above. Regis is ready. He's going for this. He's like, I see you. I'm ready for this. I'm gonna come and get you now.
Indeed. He's playing this very, very smart, Regis. He's just poking away at Creole. He's got really low mana now, and he's also got his Sword Guard and Insignia proc. So Creole will be very behind on damage now. But they open finally, and there's the Wing straight away, but it's gonna get purged. And it already has been. And Regis is just playing this absolutely safe here. He's just kiting non-stop.
It looks like we're getting some big damage in here. I mean, the only thing I'm worried about is Creoled's still at half mana after being poked out. There's the Hex, instant trinket from that one there. Still doing some more damage. With Regis popping into the... I keep forgetting the name of it. It's I'm going to call it the Spirit Walking thing. Spirit Walker's Grace, that's the thing there. We're just keeping up some damage here. Creoled's dropping pretty low. I mean, Enhancement Shaman Burst is really scary. And Regis still hasn't popped everything. He still has Wolves. He still has everything else available. And there's the Wolves. There's the Burst. Big damage incoming now. We've got these Wings proc. The shield proc down, and Creoled is dead. Jeez, that was a fast one. Match one.
Indeed, a fast one. Creoled tried to play this as aggressively as he could after he opened. Unfortunately, he was very much on the back foot. He said very, very low mana. And as well, he just got his Wings instantly purged. Not the best way for him to open. And the Wolves from Regis perfectly timed. On the Sacred, get the stun on the Sacred. Burst him through so he cannot heal, and then just get the kill. So that is one win to Regis straight away.
Yeah, that was a really fast match. It was really smart of Regis actually poking Creoled away, and Creoled's trying to cleanse off that... he's trying to use Purify to cleanse off that magic. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, Mullich, because I'm not a Paladin player. Purify does not remove magic spells. Is this correct?
Is correct. That is no longer a thing in Cataclysm. They separated it to Holy, so a bit of lack of knowledge there for Creoled. Now he knows, but it cost him a win. But now the question is, of course, what map is he going to pick? Blade's Edge is really good for Regis to kite around. A good option would be, I would say, either Ring of Valor or Ruins of Roderan. There's just barely any line of sight. And he can min-max his long arm of the laws as well.
Please give us Ring of Valor, guys. We've put so much work in to fix it. But Blade's Edge has been used already. I'm not sure if we're allowed to reuse arenas here. Obviously, that's down to Game Master Mullich. We had the first arena was in Dalaran. That has now been entered back into the pool.
They can pick the same map over and over again. It depends on the loser.
See, so it'll be Creoled's decision for that one. But yeah, lack of knowledge, I think, is the one that really put the nail in the coffin for that. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, as a Disciplined Priest main, every time I see an Enhancement Shaman running for me, I usually tend to cry a little.
It's very tough to get an Enhancement Shaman off your back as a Disc Priest, isn't it? It's a lot of mana to cleanse the roots every time. They have the Tremor Totem, so you cannot even fear the Wolves. It's
Yeah,
always
definitely.
a very difficult matchup.
It's a difficult matchup, and it looks like we're back in with Ruins of Lordaeron for this one. Looks like it's the line of sight's going to be great, but I'm not too sure how they're going to play it. Let's see how the contenders go across. We'll follow over to Creoled right now. Instantly popping the Guardian, looking to get aggressive straight away. We've got down the Grounding Totem, hopefully trying to get the Hammer of Justice if it comes out, but Creoled probably noticed that there's the Wings going in for damage, and there's the Hex straight away. Is he going to trade out? He doesn't have a Trinket for this. There's no way that he can get out of this Hex. It's just wasted damage now. There's a Lava Burst for that one. Very strange. Stoneclaw Totem down, 48% health. There's the Word of Glory. That's now on a 20-second cooldown. There's the Repentance coming out with the Divine Protection as well. Both players dropping pretty low. Just popping up a big heal for that. There's the Bubble from Creoled. That's a lack. That's a big. That might be a misplay, but you're the Paladin expert, Mullich. It's over to you.
Generally, you want to make sure you save your bubble for the wolves, and including the wings as well, but now he has nothing left, he's just gonna get rolled again. There's the secret, just gonna disappear instantly. Like, Creoled just got nothing left right now, he might have one walk left, but then that's it, he's just dead.
And GG, another very quick match for that one, and it goes to Rageous 2-0, moving on to the next round. Goodness.
Personally, I am not supposed to take a part, take a side as a commentator. I have to remain unbiased, but seeing a Red Paladin fall so easily, it is a bit disappointing. Generally, you want to play this quite aggressively, but also very reserved. You want to save your offensive cooldowns for the wolves. You want to save your defensive cooldowns for the wolves. But also, when do you use Divine Protection? Remember, Wind Fury is a very, very RNG spell, and that is the core of the Shaman's damage.
I just checked over to the chat, which normally we won't be paying that much attention to because obviously casting for us. But we have Gorski saying this must be so painful for Mullich to watch 100%. Oh, poor Mullich, poor Paladin mains. And do you know what? I'm very sad because there are no Shadow Priests in this bracket at all, which makes me really sad as a priest main. But Mullich, tell me, who are the next players that are coming up into the rounds?
So next up, we have Penge, a rogue. He's going to be playing sub. And we have Zag, who's going to be playing a mage. Frost or Fire, let me just make sure in a second. He's going to be playing Fire Mage. So we have a sub rogue versus a Fire Mage. A very, very chaotic duel, all things considered. Fire Mage does not have the double block, unlike Frost. But they also have Cauterize, and they can heal themselves with Evocation, of course. So always the funniest part of, or like the most entertaining part of these duels is going to be when is block going to be used.
Yeah, definitely. It's very scary as well. I mean, Fire Mages can pull off some pretty ridiculous bursts, especially with Combustion the way it was in 4.3. Did you guys know that Combustion has been nerfed more times than most of the spells in the game since its inception?
Not just nerfed, but also reworked.
Scary. I do love the Cataclysm version, just being that one huge dot for that. And to be honest, I do prefer playing Fire Mage over Frost. It's a shame that you don't see a lot of Fire. And hopefully, with the release of Whitemane, remember guys, we are releasing on the 3rd of March at 8 PM CET. You know, let's see if we can get some of those Fire Mages up there and get into the ladders. We have a ton of Realm First titles for you guys to obtain, you know, first level cap of your class, first profession cap, the archaeology realm first, which I think Mullich, you wanted to do for yourself, is that right?
Well, I am not exactly allowed to compete for rank first or rank ones as a GM. You know, a bit unfortunate, but I believe everybody can understand if a GM gets that very, very coveted title. That's not gonna exactly seem good, is it?
I mean, we could just add it to ourselves, right? But I think maybe our bosses would probably have a problem with that.
Indeed.
Yeah, guys, please raise a petition for GMs to compete in the World First titles. We greatly appreciate it. Who knows? You might see a team on the ladder called Staff Cleave at some point.
Indeed. So we will just need a few minutes once more to set everything up. And we will be back shortly with another, hopefully, fantastic duel.
I think this one's going to be exciting. I mean, sub versus fire. These are two explosive specs. I think we're going to see very quick matches. It's either going to be Penge absolutely destroying Sag, or it will be Sag absolutely destroying Penge.
Indeed, there's two key cooldowns to remember here: Cloak of Shadows and Ice Block. Generally, fire mages always want to save their Ice Block for that Cauterize window, because if Cauterize pops and they do not have Evocation or an Absorption ready, they will die in their own Cauterize. So normally block is used to counter that, but you are a cloth class as a mage versus a rogue, and rogues do a lot of physical damage. You're gonna be taking all the physical damage in the world. So will you block at full health when the dance appears, or will you play greedy? Will you play like a fire mage? And then on the other end, we have Cloak of Shadow. Will you use it to counter the combustion? You know, try not to die, or will you use it just absolutely offensively to avoid a Dragon's Breath for a Frost Nova?
Who knows? It's all down to how they play it for that. And I love how Cauterize seems to be the only skill that mages can completely kill themselves. But you know what? Being a raider, Dragon Soul, I always call back to heroic Ultraxian. We had 2 fire mages in our guild at the time who would just solo take those Hour of Twilight casts, and it was absolutely amazing. You know, I do enjoy the fire mage, but we'll see what happens. So we're getting some chats here saying that Penge is still offline. We might have a potential disqualification here.
Indeed, we'll just give him a few more minutes. Hopefully he does turn up. We've had some technical difficulties ourselves, so we will give them the benefit of the doubt that they just have a trouble connecting. So we'll give them just a few minutes. Let's see, what do you think? What does chat say?
Yeah, what do you say, guys? Should we give Penge a few minutes, maybe 2 or 5 minutes, or shall we just call it a disqualification and move it on? Let's hear from you guys. You know, we are player first. You get every decision we do together. I think we're getting some more comms here. Mullich, it's down to yourself being the PvP game master.
Indeed, I'll just give me just 1 minute and I'll figure this out for you.
Always, well, we have the beautiful ambience of Game Master Island, and I always felt that this ambience is very, very ominous for where it is. You know, an area where players see a lot of mysticism.
Indeed. I've always liked coming here. There was only like 2 cases when I actually showed up to GM Island as a normal player on retail, and I remember this exact music was playing. And it was a very fantastic and mythical experience.
Yeah, it looks like we have potentially a no-show for this one. Looks like some IRL problems going on. So I believe, obviously, Mullich, it's your call at the end of the day. I believe this will be a disqualification, and Sag will win by default.
Indeed, it is quite unfortunate, but unfortunately, IRL issues.
Yeah, IRL comes first, guys. It's all good getting your Realm First titles, getting your rank 1s, but take some breaks, stretch your legs, deal with your IRL problems, grab a can of Pepsi. That's the best thing. Pepsi's the best drink. Change my mind. Fight me. So tell us, Mullich, who is next on the chopping block? I mean, on the competitor list.
Well, of course we will need just some extra time to set this up because unfortunately we are 2 ahead of schedule now. But we have a similarly interesting duel, so we will have Ayasha, a Red Paladin, fighting against Gohans, who is going to be playing a Hunter.
Oh, Paladin Hunter, both usually used in the PhD combo as well. 2 very... I actually don't know about this. I mean, Hunter can pull off a lot of damage, but it's not exactly the best 1v1 class in my opinion.
Well, it can go either way, really, for both classes. In this case, the Red Paladin needs to make sure that they are using Line of Sight, Long Arm of the Law, Cleanse, and Hand of Freedom to absolute perfection. And the Hunter wants to make sure that he has his pets perfectly rotated, he gets the perfect deterrences. Because just 1 or 2 Templar's verdicts, And he's taken a lot of damage that he cannot recover from, because remember, marksman hunters only have Chimera Shot as a source of healing, and it's only 5% health restored every 10 seconds if he uses it on cooldown. It's not a good sustain spell, so he will have to rely on some first aid for that. But the Red Pally can also twist Vengeance and Justice, so he will have both a dot and a slow effect on him, so he just cannot run away. So this is always a very interesting duel.
No worries. Can we get the names of the players written out so we can get that UI updated?
Indeed. So we have first is Ayasha, and then those are the names. And it looks like our competitors are ready.
Okie dokie, let me just give our second spectator a quick heads up of what's going on. Okay, it looks like they are in.
Indeed.
Okay, let's get the UI switched over. Next match, Ret Paladin versus, and I believe it's a marksmanship hunter if I remember correctly.
Indeed.
Well, we're starting out with the camouflage here, and there's the bad manner with the trap. Are we going to see a big bit of damage here? Dismissing the pet. This is interesting. What's going on? There's another monkey. There's the cooldowns. And we're starting off with the Chimera Shot. I would have started off with the aim shot, but that's just me. Silence shot already used. No silences left for the hunter. He's leaving his pet in passive so that he can constantly use bad mana whenever. Ayasha's taking it hard. There's the wings popped. Big damage here. Deterrence popped by the hunter, and the scatter shot as well has now been brought out. We'll see what happens here. There's another silencing shot. It looks like Ayasha might need to bubble on this one, or it might have already been used. I haven't really kept up to date with the Divine Light getting cancelled there. Yeah, there's the Hand of Protection. I'm not too sure about that one for that, because most of these...
Purged.
Yeah.
And Gohan has played this absolutely perfectly so far. He's pulled him out of the open. Ayasha has not used any line of sight so far. There's a Trinket Hodge, but he's gonna get trapped now, and he's gonna be casted with an aim shot. Oh, and it Trinket's the trap. He wants to play this safe now. Gets Monkey stunned on the cast, and he's just gonna get bursted again. There's the Chimera. Will he kill him? Should be a kill shot now, and he goes down.
Very explosive match. It's just a shame that we didn't have the Fire Mage and the Rogue, but that's just as explosive as we were expecting. Round 1 going to Gohan's SSJ2.
Indeed.
Super Saiyajin.
So, has Ayasha learned his lesson? Will he play more defensive next time around? Because remember, Gohan's opened with full cooldowns straight away from the beginning. He couldn't get his aim shot, of course, because he's had to change his pet to fix his cooldowns. But Ayasha has just played this absolutely aggressively, and he could not afford that. He did not use defensive cooldowns at the right time, and when he bursted, he just got instantly deterrenced. Gohan's controlled this game. So has Ayasha learned his lesson? Will he improve on his playstyle?
Per genetics, and they're saying to buff Ret. I don't know. I mean, you're talking to one of your PvP game masters is a Ret Pilot. In essence, a little bit of bias here. Okay, looks like
He has stealth buffed it a little bit. You know what I mean?
Looks like the competitors are ready for the next round. Let's see what matchup they take, or what arena they take. Sorry, should be an interesting one. Hopefully, we'll see a good arena pick for these two. Looks like we're going on to the Nagrand arena.
Indeed, this is the first time we do not recommend Ring of Valor as a map, because there's just way too much open space there for the hunter to use.
Yeah, there's a lot of open space. I mean, even in Nagrand arena, it's not a lot of open space, but you do have those pillars to kite around, and we'll see what happens. Round 2 beginning now.
Indeed, he just gets his correct pet out. He does not want to play with the tiger. He wants to play with the monkey. It's the correct choice. So let's see how this will go. Gohan is going close. Is he going to open with the scatter or the monkey stun? Looks like it is the freezing trap. Hunter's Mark goes off, he gets purged, changing his pad again to reset his cooldown. He does not open with the aim shot once more, he just opens with full cooldown Chimera. He pops everything, but he gets Repentance started. There's a Divine Protection and the Angel, so he wants to get his damage off now. At least start the setup, but he's already at Sacred Shield. And he has the wings very early. He needs the Word of Glory soon, but he gets deterrence on the Crusader Strike. He only gets a 1 Holy Power Word of Glory off. And he cannot do anything here. He's not lining. He gets scattered still in the open. He can get another, potentially another aim shot off here. But he's just kiting with steady shot, but he goes in with his kill shot. And a quick defeat for Ayasha. He has not adjusted his playstyle, and he has lost to the Marksman Hunter. Perfect gameplay by Gohans. He deserves this victory. Yeah, absolutely insane.
Absolutely deserved it. I'm really not sure why Ayasha didn't just dip to the pillar on his left to get a few heals up. He did have the Widow Venom on him for the one Holy Power Word of Glory, so that he would have felt that in his bones. I certainly felt that from over here in the caster desk, which is in our lovely house. It's just a shame. We would have loved to have used our little scene that we set up on the other side for our Game Master characters, but unfortunately, it's a little bit difficult just to keep switching back and forward for that one. Maybe I should just invest in a third monitor.
Maybe. I could use a third monitor right now, I'm gonna lie.
I could use a fifth. Just a 5-game setup, three monitors, you know, old school Swifty style and Eyefinity setup for flying around, and then have one monitor for Netflix and one monitor for Twitch. So tell us, Mullich.
And then have the good old school Daramak tier playing in the background. I still remember watching all of those videos. I can visualize the Razer logo lining up in front of me in pure neon green.
Yeah, I used to be a big Razer fanboy back in the day, but I am now completely assigned to Corsair. Corsair, if you're watching this video, please sponsor me.
The Whitemane Corsair partnership when?
Yeah, when? Come on, Esme, get us a sponsorship.
So, next up, we have... in the next bracket, we will have Airglow, the Enhancement Shaman, fighting off against Ronin, the Sub-Rogue.
Ooh, Enhancement Sub.
Indeed. The Sub-Rogue will have to play this very, very smart, because he cannot just CC the Enhancement Shaman. He will have his Wolves, and they stick around for a long time. I believe it's like a bit over just 30 seconds for the Wolves, and they do a lot of damage. They CC. They give the Shaman movement speed. They do everything for him. They also heal, remember. And the Rogues, Sub-Rogues, just don't have Cleave to bring the spreads down. So how will this be handled?
Yeah, we'll see what's happened, but it might not happen. We apparently, coming from our League Game Masters, Ronin is currently offline. So this isn't looking good. You know, people are given a lot of time to get logged on for these events. So really, really gotta speed it up, guys. You know, if you're participating in these events, we don't have a lot of time to do them.
Indeed. We will, of course, as said before, we will give them a bit of time to get ready, because we are ahead of schedule, quite ahead of schedule, unfortunately. We could not see our amazing Sub-Rogue Fire Mage duel. So, of course, people are a bit out of the loop, but if they do not show up, then unfortunately it will be a disqualification. And again, we are going to be seeing a really interesting duel.
Yeah, please give us the duel. Give us the duel we want. Do you know what? The only thing we need for this now is a nice ice cold can of Mountain Dew and some chili heatwave Doritos. Proper MLG style.
That sounds like heart attack, not gonna lie. But nevertheless, it is a very, very fascinating duel. The Rogue either has to play his Vanish to perfection or his Evasion to perfection. But at the same time, it's very difficult to get away from the Enhancement Shaman, because they will have their totems pulsing. They have a lot of tools to get rogues out of stealth with, and when we get to that point, eyes will most likely be up as well.
Yeah, it definitely feels... I mean, Shamans in general are quite tanky for an agility DPS, given the mail armor. The amount of stealth heals that they have is absolutely incredible. And not only that, most of them are talenting into that improved Frost Shock so that they can get that 40-yard ranged route on them as well. And if a rogue gets caught out in the open outside of stealth, it's pretty much good night Irene.
Indeed, it is not a situation they want to be caught in, but they also have Smoke Bomb to counter this. So how much kiting will we see? How much offensiveness will we see?
All due to tell.
Hopefully all of it if a rogue does show up, but nevertheless it is always fun to speculate.
Yeah, it's always fun to speculate. And you said that Mountain Dew and Doritos sounds like a heart attack. I'm not gonna lie, some of this dual pacing's giving me a heart attack. You know, we always knew that these classes in Cataclysm were bursty, but I mean that I still call back to that enhancement ret duel. That was insane. In fact, you know, I would love to see us actually go back into the VOD later on and pick up the fastest kill runs.
Indeed. Well, our last fight with Regis and or actually not Regis, but Gohans and Ayasha. That was some really quick duels that might actually be competing for the fastest victory.
Yeah, only time will tell. Looks like we've got a few more minutes, or maybe a couple minutes left to check if Ronin is here. I believe Ronin is the rogue, if I remember correctly.
Indeed.
Oh, rogues, you guys. I mean, 30% of you signed up as rogues, and you're letting your side down. Come on, show some pride.
Not good representation of your class. Then again, Rat Paladins have also not been very well represented so far, so I cannot say much.
You mean you can say much, you just don't know if you should.
Well, I'm supposed to be professional here, alright?
We can have a laugh. We can have a bit of a laugh, as long as we're nice about it. They're all dodging Kataboomy, apparently, according to Father of Aesthetics. That is another...
As well, not gonna lie, he's a bit of a legend here.
Saying that, there are two people who I am really looking forward to seeing fight, and one of them is being Metrix, the only Death Knight we have signed up. And obviously, the infamous, or famous, depending on how you look at him, Kataboomy. I would love to see how his matches go.
Well, as a bit of a spoiler looking ahead, unfortunately, Kataboomy will not be fighting today. His opponent, Baldy Mage, who's supposed to be a Frost Mage, he's unfortunately had to step out due to IRL issues. So Kataboomy will automatically advance forward to the elimination tomorrow. But he will either be facing a Rogue or a Paladin, both tougher matchups for a Balanced Druid.
See, yeah, that is a tough matchup. But let's talk about Matrix. You know, the only Death Knight that's signed up. That to me is really upsetting to see that it's only one Death Knight in the bracket.
Indeed.
Okay.
I'm really looking forward to this as well. We do not have like the largest representation of classes, but it is always nice to see the underdog spec being represented. Well, Unholy itself isn't underdog, it's more so in this context. And in the meantime, just to bring everybody up to speed, Ronin has been disqualified, so this duel with Airglow, the Huntsman Shaman, will not go through. So unfortunately, Ronin is the SQ'd. That's one sub-rogue down, one Enhancement Shaman forward. And then next up we will have another duel. We will have Ferret, a Feral Druid, fighting off against RNG, a Fire Mage.
Feral Fire, again, another... So we now have I don't really know how you would explain Feral. I would usually call it like a draining spec, you know, it's just all about bleed, run away. But this is now, you know, it's a sustain spec versus a burst spec. But let's see what happens. Both RNG's sitting out there, you know, looking like a Giga Chad, chilling. He's thinking that they're going to take up. Oh, there's the quickie. Oh, got a flex on it. Fover's coming in here. There's the open with the pounce and the instant blink away. Impact stun. That's a really lucky impact stun there, getting the dots up. There goes the cast, and nice line of sight from Fover, getting some heals up right now. There's a Barkskin popped as well. Looking really good for that. There's a reopen the pounce.
This was going to pass down. The Barskin was not good. He could have stayed offensive, but he's popping all kudas, and there's a dash, berserk, and on the Dragon's Breath as well. But he doesn't have a trinket now, or did not use trinket. but he wants to catch up here. He no longer has any root breaks. RNG will have to ice block here. He's getting full bleed. He's taking all the damage right now. He's gonna pop Cauterize. He should have used Ice Block ages ago. There's the Cauterize, and the Ice Block's very, very low, and he instantly cancels it. He's playing this very aggressive. There's the Battle Master into the Evocation to get more health back, and the mirror images are just holding Ferret up now. He has full life room on him. He pops the Invis. He has no bleeds on him, but he misses the Ice Nova.
That'll be
This
costly.
is really bad now because remember Ferret has no root breaks now. He will have to play this very smart. Misses the Call of Cold as well. And then there's a Ring of... He's gonna combust here. He has Bark Skin, but he needs to get this off. And he misses it. He missed the Ring of Frost. This is really bad for RNG. He has nothing left now. He just needs to pop as much damage as he can. He has used Shield Wall, so Ferret will potentially stay alive, even if he continues to be very offensive. But RNG has full bleeds on him. He's just going to wither away.
Yeah, he's running away now, trying to maybe get a little bit of food up. Ferret's giving himself some life blooms. I think RNG might actually drop to the bleeds here. And there's the noms coming out. We'll see what happens. Ferret's coming in. Let's follow his point of view. Caught out!
He gets him out! And gets a perfect impact stun! That's the DB! He's gonna have a Pyro Blast soon. Will he combust on it?
Oh, not
He
yet.
doesn't combust.
His combustion's on cooldown right now. He must have used it earlier when he accidentally broke his own Ring of Frost.
Yes, I missed that. It is on cooldown.
It's a really good play though. He's spacing it out. This is really nice. I mean, Ferret's dropping low in MP. I don't know about you, but if I was the mage here, I'd be There we go. There's the spell steal. Get that one life bloom, but it might not be enough. Those bleeds are really painful. It looks like we might see this.
He only has Rig.
Synapse strings are popped as well. 3% health. RG's holding on. He's holding on 1%. He might drop to the bleed tick here. There's another Cauterize. Got another Cauterize pock as well. There's no ice block.
They have both no mana, no health. What will happen here? There's the Innervate. Will his spell still Innervate? He can't. He's not assigning, and he's first aiding RNG.
Man, these
and he's eating perfect. And there's the open with the pounce. But he has no mana to do anything. He can Nova, he can silence, but he's just not gonna do anything. He's got full bleed. He has no mana left. He's just going to wither away now.
Good night, RNG.
Good night.
Wow, that was explosive. I cannot believe that. What on earth are these guys taking? I mean, there must be some steroids going around here, or some game fuel that I'm not knowing about. I need to know what on earth is going on. I don't think my heart can take this.
We'll have to do some post-game inspections here.
That was incredible. We see 2 Cauterizes for that one. That was insane.
Indeed, that was one of the higher-paced Feral Fire duels I've ever seen.
I have to say, that's probably one of the, without sounding nasty to everyone else, I think that's probably been the most entertaining duel to watch. I was on the edge of my seat the whole time.
And they are in once more. Let's see what map has RNG picked. He has picked Nagrand Arena. Not the worst choice, not the best choice. Of course, you only have 4 opportunities here to line of sight, and there's also a lot of open space. But personally, I would have gone for Blade's Edge again, because you just need to be able to run away from a Feldra. You need to be able to keep your distance, and line of sight helps a lot with it. And so the gates open once more. He's trying to fish him out with the flame strikes, but it's gonna cost him a lot of mana if he just keeps trying over and over.
Yeah, and remember, fire mages don't have access to that ice barrier. He's constantly using mana shield for this, and every single bleed tick that druid is doing on him is going to instantly drop. It looks like we're going to see the open. There it is. Instant flash. I keep calling it flash, like League of Legends. Oh my goodness. Got the Dragon's Breath in, doing some big damage here. Bleeds are up. Trinket popped from RNG. There's the mirror images. Flame Orb is up. Barkskin popped. We're going to see another Skull Bash in to get him. That was a really lucky impact stun there. Looks like this is going to be another high-octane match here. Over to you, Mullich.
Yeah, but the bleeds have been very weak. He did not package through for them. And he's also wasted his Barkskin. He tried to be off. He missed his Dragon's Breath. So now, cooldowns are roughly equally traded. Berserk will be fading soon, but he gets a perfect bounce off. He blinks on it. He has used his Bear Charge to try to root him. RNG has no bleeds on him, but he does get Cyclone. He cannot combust on that perfect Pyroblast crit, though. and instead he chooses to evocate the perfect choice he can make. But Ferret is on the back foot now.
We got
It's a
caught
real- and he got him out! So perfect! He gets the DB, will he ring? No, he doesn't. He's just gonna, absolutely, he's absolutely running. He's getting so lucky here. Another impact.
There's the
another
combust!
shot. He's gonna have to pop the bear from the heal, and he pops it, but he has no rage. He's basking as well.
Boss as well, got a good interrupt there, he's constantly keeping up. That enraged regeneration is not going to help him here for this one. Sorry, frenzied regeneration, ignite procs are going ahead, there's the there's the Cone of Cold into the Dragon's Breath, but potentially we're going to see a reopen here. RNG has to time this well, there is a, oh, and it's a GG.
Goes down, yeah, the Living Bomb critted into that Ring of Frost, a bit of a abrupt end. We would like to see the Pyroblast go off, but it is 1-1, so we see our first final third duel. Very explosive on both ends.
That is incredible. I cannot believe that was such a pullback as well. And that combustion, as soon as that went on, meaty. It's almost like, as Zarya would say, it's the SAR bomber getting dropped.
Quite likely for our unfortunate Thor Druid here. He's had no rage at all to heal through the combustion. All he could do is stabilize himself roughly, but he's had nothing left. He didn't have his dash, he didn't have his temporal, he didn't have a trinket, he didn't have any mitigation. He did not even have a predatory swiftness available. He just had nothing left to do. All he could do is hold on and hope that he lives, but unfortunately he just could not generate enough rage.
Looks like the chat is a roar as well. Let's ask them the question. Who will win the final round? Fulver, the Feral Druid, or the Madman himself, RNG, the Fire Mage? And saying that, I've just noticed that we have our lead GM Hiki in the chat as well. Hiki, we need to get you set up with your moderator privileges. We'll take that out. We'll take that up later on and try and sort that out. Looks like next arena has been chosen. It is Blade's Edge Arena once again. In the final battle, Fulver versus RNG.
A really good map for both of them. Let's see what happens here.
Just noticed some meat and bones down there. Do you think that's probably left over from RNG's first defeat? It came back with a vengeance.
Indeed. He's ready to win.
Looks like we're seeing something similar to the start, you know, walking over to the pillars. Random arcane explosion. Maybe that was a bit of a misclick for this one. Fulver's just chilling, coming closer. Here he comes. There's the Pounce Bleed into another blink right away. It looks like we're seeing something very similar to the start of it. Bleeds are going up. There's the Trinket proc from RNG. There's the Dragon Breath.
Perfect impact. He cannot get his sweep up. There's the rip now with the Tiger Fury, but he just stopped him so well with that good impact into the Dragon's Breath. He's taking low damage RNG now, but he's going to evocate through it. Really good choice here. Get his evocation on cooldown. He's got a lot of health back here. He no longer has the bleeds on him, so he can invis. Potentially try to get the flank on Ferret, because there's a perfect breath. Is he going to ring? He rings on this. He's good. He pops out even his molten armor on for more crits, but he trinkets it. So it swaps back to the frost armor. He only has a rake on him. He still doesn't have a rip.
Scorches
and there's the rip. He will need to block this.
No, he's not blocking. He's taking like a champ.
Indeed, just very, very aggressively once more. And he missed the DP. That's really bad for him. He will have to block now, but he gets a perfect Pyroblast block. Is he gonna impact on it? Or he does a combustion. He just taking so much damage on both ends. He's not blocking though. He did not block. He wanted to stay offensive. On the combustion, just keep pumping damage, but it was his ultimate downfall.
The ultimate downfall again. This is so sad. I was really hoping the RNG would be the Vengeance King there. That was absolutely incredible. Well done, Fulver. 2-1. Our only match so far that has actually had 3 rounds. In most of them, usually the other ones we're looking at and we're thinking, yeah, okay, you know, this is looking pretty good. You know, it's easily going to be this person's winning, easily that person's winning. But this one, I couldn't tell. That was incredible.
And that was... I need to sit down after this.
Yeah, my blood pressure's popped now. I think I might need an aspirin.
Indeed. So our next competitors will be, as said before, unfortunately, Baldy Mage had to step down, so Boomy will advance forward, the one and only Boomy. Also, the only a person who represents the Balanced Druid community. So from them, we will instead step forward to Kenny Stabber and Eduardi, Sub Rogue versus Red Pally, a classic duel that can really go either way. It's gonna depend a lot on how well can the Rat manage his immunities? Can he manage his seals? He's gonna want to swap between Justice and Vengeance quite a bit. And also, he does not want to miss a single Crusader Strike.
Yeah, miss Crusader Strike, especially in Season 11. Or sorry, Season 9. Season 11, my goodness me, Season 11's a different story. Season 9, missing a single Crusader Strike is a GG for most scenarios. It's even the same with missing CCs. I'm looking at the chat now, I'm seeing people saying GZ to Boomy. Yup, won his match, didn't even have to be there. Incredible. It's,
brought down the storm on Baldy Mage without even being there. So we just need a few minutes for our competitors to step up and begin their fight.
Yeah, it's a shame that we're not seeing Baldy Mage get in there, especially against Boomy.
Indeed, it would be quite the interesting duel because Boomkins do not have any root breaks. Ferals have Dash and Stamproar. Rest of druids can always break roots, but balanced druids can only trinket roots, so it would be a very interesting trade between dots and star search procs and, trying to decipher those very, very sweet life blooms.
Indeed. And
trading against all the shadows that you can think about.
Yeah, and it's really sad as well. Well, actually, it's great for Boomkins, going from Wrath, not really seeing that much representation in the PvP arena scene, and suddenly in Cataclysm, after Hotted started playing a lot, you see a lot more Boomy players, and even up to, the rest of the expansions. It just shows, guys, you play a spec that's underrepresented, you can easily make it brilliant.
Indeed. I've always said this. I don't believe that Cataclysm stereo crafting has been finished. On the private server scene, this has been in the most, or like the least played versions of the game out of every single version.
And it looks like we are in now Blaze Edge Arena. Kenny Stabber the Rogue versus Eduardi, the Ret Paladin. It's going to be an explosive match again. Two classes with the biggest bursts in the game. We'll see what happens. I believe Kenny Stabber's another one of the content creators on our server. So we'll see if he can live up to it and make himself a good name here. This is his chance. He has
and also not just the best bursts, but also some of the best defensives you can think about. The Rat will have Divine Shield, Handle Protection for 2 Shadow Dances, and he also has Divine Protection for any in-between kidney shots. But also the Rogue, Evasion, Cloak of Shadows, Vanish, Recuperate, Gouge, some of the best cooldowns in the game, being represented by Kenny and Eduardi.
Yeah, best of luck, guys. So let's see what happens here. Starting off with the stealth, of course. And this is not going to be like the other matches where we're waiting to see people get out of stealth. This is going to be an instant, I see you, I'm going for you. There's the pre-med. I believe he might be popping that little trick, waiting for that pre-med to vanish almost completely before going in with the recuperate and re-pre-med for the open. Eduardi's looking around, waiting for those shadow eyes. Although we see it on the UI here, those shadow eyes will not spawn yet. There's the recuperate into the sap, potentially another premeditate there. There's the open with the garrote into the trinket proc. No dances of yet. Kidney shot, backstab. Looking good for damage. Eduardi already 25%. Sacred shield level. Eduardi didn't even know what hit him there. That's incredible. There's the repentance. Another trinket, another gouge there. There's a vanish coming from Kenny Stabber. There's the dance going for some big... Oh, it's not even a dance, sorry. It was just a random open. Eduardi didn't even have a chance to breathe.
Indeed, that was just an absolute roll. He has actually danced. He used a preparation to just absolutely roll over Eduardi. He's used all his trinkets, Kenny. He's just done so much damage.
Yeah, that was incredible. I do apologize, Mr. Mullich. Didn't even give you a chance to speak. It was over that quickly.
Indeed. That was just an absolute roll. Kenny destroyed Eduardi. He hasn't used an immunity at all, ever, in this duel. Not what you want to do as a red pally. You want to stay as high health as possible. You want to make sure that when you don't have defensives available, that your Sacred Shield can save you. Eduardi has just not done anything in this duel. He just got absolutely destroyed by Kenny.
Yeah, it's incredible for those matches. Really loving it here. Next match, we're just waiting on Eduardi deciding on the map for this one. It could have gone either way, but it looks like Kenny just had to burst a little bit harder.
Indeed, he's built different.
And it looks like we have confirmation that both players are in. It looks like the Nagrand Arena has been the next choice.
Nagrand Arena is not what I would have picked as a red pally. I would have much more picked Runes of Rodoran. You don't want to give the rogue a little bit of, even just the smallest breathing room with line of sight. You want to make sure that you can keep him out of stealth at all times. But now Eduardi just wasted a lot of mana with the Consecrate. He's not Divine Pleading or drinking. He's waiting for its premeditation to go off cooldown. He's getting nearer. He's gonna be a Recuperates on Sap into the Recuperate. And he's gonna open once more. Geralt full cooldown's evasion.
Instant bubble. That's interesting.
Indeed. He played this. Kenny has played this really well. He scared him with the trinket and evasion. Eduardi could have just CC'd into it, but now Eduardi is gonna be on the back foot. He's just gonna get danced here. There's the dance, full kidney. He's gonna go through the sacred in literally one dance. Gets the trinket, cloaks for the repentance. He cannot do. He misses the repentance, and Eduardi goes down. Unfortunately, Red Paladins once more not being well represented. Absolute annihilation from Kenny's end. He deserves this victory. He advances forward to the elimination.
Congratulations, Kenny Stabber. That was an extreme... Do you know, I would like to see you got hit by a truck, more like got hit by a speeding train. Ugh, that actually makes me scared to fight Kenny Stabber in the arena going forward. Kenny is Kenny a rogue main? Is Kenny a rogue main?
Well, wouldn't know, but he has destroyed Eduardi, that's for sure. So, next up we have a duel that I've been looking forward to for the longest time. We have Battlecry, the one and only arms warrior in this tournament, facing off against Vesemir, another Red Paladin. And if I can just say, Battlecry, he has a build. Originally, he chose to play with a gag order and hold the line. A very, very aggressive build for Battlecry, but he has changed to playing with Piercing Howl. So instead, he will not be silencing anybody, but instead he will be able to stick to his targets just a bit better because he will have that range slow.
Yeah, indeed, and it looks like Battlecry is still offline at the moment. Obviously, we are ahead of schedule. And also, just to shout out, Battlecry is my Worgen brother. So happy to see a warrior playing Worgen. And didn't you mention that Worgen warriors are one of the better races for warrior?
For arms warrior specifically, Worgen is, on the alliance side at any rate, is one of the best choices you can make. Dark Flight in tandem with Bladestorm is one of the scariest combinations you can face in a 1v1. And even in arena or a battleground, seeing a warrior be unstoppable with a really strong spell, sprint type spell, on use, on demand, really deadly combination that very, very few casters can run away from.
Yeah, it's a scary one as well. You know, whenever you see, especially as a priest, whenever I see a warrior pop all his cooldowns and pop Bladestorm on top of me, I usually feel I have no options, especially as a disc priest. I need my partners to come over, disarm this guy, get this guy away from me. At that point, it's such a scary burst, and also with warriors having that beautiful throwdown in Cataclysm, which was really sad that it got removed after Cataclysm. In fact, I remember back in 4.0.6 playing a warrior and watching my friends duel. One of the warriors, Soska, really funny, she never used Blade Storm as a damaging tool. She used it as a second trinket because of the throwdown.
Indeed. Blade Storm also has to be noted. Blade Storm is weaker in terms of damage compared to Wrath of the Lich King. Wrath of the Lich King and Mr. Pandaria, Prot Warriors to a degree, remain the strongest iterations of Blade Storm damage-wise. Cataclysm's Blade Storm, while still does good damage, it generally you'll see really good warriors use them for utility, because remember, you cannot be CC'd, you cannot be stopped during Blade Storm. And the Dark Fight on top is just gonna make the man an absolutely unstoppable machine.
Yes, and a very interesting thing to note on our server as well is that specifically, now I'm not sure if this has been changed, last time I have checked, anyone who is playing a Worgen, when they have their two-form spell, doing damage and taking damage will not put them back into Worgen form. So you have the ability to play as a human race if you wish. And I think that's a really brilliant change. We can't tell if it was intentional or not. We're going to say it's intentional. I think we agree, right, Mullich? It's an intentional change, right?
If it gets me paid at the end of the day.
I wish. I wish, but hopefully you all are enjoying the stream as well. Sorry, Mullich, I cut you off there.
Indeed, unfortunately, Battlecry is still offline. We will give him 4 more minutes.
There he is.
And he has actually shut up right now, so...
Round of applause.
Infected in a second. And the duels will begin shortly.
Welcome in, Battle Cry. You better this is the only warrior represent we have in the bracket at the moment, with the majority being made up of Ret Paladins and Rogues. Can Battle Cry deal with a Ret Paladin, notoriously a very difficult matchup for warriors?
Well, luckily for warriors in Cataclysm, Red Paladin needs a lot of setup to do their damage. They need to get very lucky to be able to deter a warrior straight away. Warrior can just charge and wreck straight away, even though they don't have the Mortal Strike stacks. They can absolutely start bursting straight away, whereas Red, they need the time, they need to be given the room to deliver that damage. So will we see Vesemir play defensively as much as he can to try to get his Crusader spikes off, get his Holy Power, and set up a good burst? Will we see Battlecry live up to the Worgen Arms Warrior stereotype and just absolutely do not leave Vesemir with a single bit of space to breathe in?
Okay, both players have indicated that they are ready. We are now just waiting for the call that they have went into the arena. This is exciting. I'm loving it.
I cannot wait for this duel. This has been the most hype thing for me while setting up this entire tournament. Seeing an Arms Warrior sign up, an absolute power statement, a total Giga Chad. Can we get some Giga Chads in chat, please?
Yeah, let's get some Giga. Let's have that 30-second or 50-second, 70-second delay Giga Chads. They are in right now. Vesemir versus Battlecry on the Dalaran Arena. Let's go. Give it up for your favorites here. Who's going to win? The Arms Warrior or the Ret Paladin?
I think the deep PvP here inside all of us.
You know, saying that.
Dug very, very deep.
The Dalaran Arena is technically... Sorry, Mullich.
Sylah, come on.
I'm so sorry.
Job here.
I'm so sorry. I'm just so excited.
I am as well.
Ah!
I think all of us want Battlecry here to win, but we have to stay... we cannot pick a side here. We have to be as objective as possible. So I cry a single tear because I cannot cheer for Battlecry, but I think all of us want to see him win. And then the gates open. There's the Rolling Wild. He's an absolute Giga Chad here. And he's trying to drag him to the low ground, it seems.
He's like, I see you up there. You're on the high ground, but not this time, Anakin. Oh, he's coming up there with him. Charge in. There's the hamstring, getting at the bleed to get that overpower prop right away. Stacking that Lambs to the slaughter. There goes the recklessness. It's a wreck storm! It's a wreck storm!
And there's the very late immunity. He does not hodge. He pops his heal early, a bit early. I think he was expecting Vesemir to burst here. But he's just still absolutely destroying him. There's the Divine Protection. Gonna be going on the Sacred Shield. He's bursting now. So Battlecry, what will he do now? A weak word of glory from Vesemir. It did not crit, but Battlecry's taking a lot of damage. He's not retaliating at all. Battlecry's just getting destroyed here. There's a going down to the line. He's in execute range. One of them. There's another exit, and Vesemir goes down.
Goodness
Absolutely
me.
ridiculous.
Nail biting. Gotta love that Wreck Storm. I believe as soon as we see a Wreck Storm, we just need to shout out as hard as possible. Goodness me. That was incredible. We all want Battlecry to win, but we can't show favorites. What a call for that one.
Favoritism, I don't care. Vesemir, please lose. I don't care if you're rap.
Do you know, I was also going to say as well, is Dalaran Arena is technically a sewer, right? So here's the question, what is falling down in the middle? Is it piss water?
Well, I don't know, but the residents of Crystal Sun Forest are drinking it up.
Ugh. The more you know.
Sally Whitemane bathwater just flowing down to Crystal Sun.
Number 15, Burger King foot lettuce.
Let's see. So Vesemir has lost. What arena will he pick? He wants to play very, very defensively. So I would like to see Blade's Edge be picked. That's the arena you can play very defensively on. But if you're not careful, it's also an arena that can ruin all your opportunities at a long arm of the law. He will need the movement speed, especially against the dogfight.
Let's get a hashtag wrecked storm in the chat. Let's go. Oh, too good. I'm already feeling the excitement right now. It's tingling through my bones. And now we're waiting on feedback.
Yeah, they seem to be ready.
They are in Ruins of Lordaeron for the next arena.
An absolute Giga Chat pick. There's very little room to play defensive here. Very little one of sight, very little space to play around. But in the middle graveyard, if you can place yourself absolutely perfectly, we can see some absolutely amazing plays from Vesemir here. Because remember, Rat Paladins are faster moving than Alms Warriors, so they can kite around the graveyard in the middle. Or the tombstone, rather.
We're just waiting for that door to open. We cannot wait. Let's get the action flowing. Give it up for your favorite. Who will win this next round? Vesemir the Rat Paladin or Battlecry, the crowd favorite Worgen Arms Warrior? And this time we'll follow it with Vesemir.
Let's see what happens here. He will looks like it. He will let him charge. He has not gone to the middle stairway. He opens to the throne stairway, gets his buffs up, and he's gonna wreck in a second, but he doesn't have a slow up. Battlecry has misplayed this. He needs to use the piercing howl, but he's just running away. He's not doing anything, but he is waiting for Battlecry's cooldowns to go away. There's another charge. There's the hamstring now, and the roost straight away as well. He still has his Juggernaut stack. Battlecry, he's not used a single Mortal Strike yet. And he's wrecking into the Paladin burst. This is very dangerous, but he falls down to Sacred Shield. This is just both players just going absolutely ham at each other. Defenses have been popped. Battlecry's damage will be reduced by 10% now. He gets disarmed on it, Vesemir. And there's a hodge, but he trinkets it. He pops Shield Wall. So now, Vesemir will want to run away. There's also the retaliation. So he has a choice. He has a chance to go back now. He's fallen back to his 2 and there's a perfect charge as well against the Cross Smash. He's gonna pop a huge Mortal Strike in a second, and he's gonna be going to execute range. But he uses the Blasting of Protection. He cannot Shattering throw it. He's lining it. And he misplayed a little bit with the movement there, but he gets a really good Word of Glory off. Battlecry is very low health. He cannot do anything here, and he goes down. So it turns out Ruins of Lordaeron was the good pick for Vesemir. While at times a bit clunky, he has positioned himself for the most part well, and he brought Battlecry down. So once more we advance to our third duels then. This is 1-1.
1-1 indeed. shall see what happens. So 1-1 with the Ret Arms matchup. Absolutely incredible. It's a bit of a shame. It was looking like Battlecry was going to get that one again. He couldn't get that hop off, and it was very strange seeing Vesemir at the very start of the arena just running around. Maybe he was trying to think of his actions.
Yeah, that's my guess as well. I think he was trying to read what Battlecry was going to do, but Battlecry was faster, he got the charge off, but he did not slow. That was his downfall. Vesemir could run away while his trinket was up.
I'm just waiting on some feedback now from when the next match is ready to go. I believe now it will be Battlecry's choice. They are joining into the arena now. Oh, now I'm hoping, come on, let's see it. Ring of Blood when? Oh, they're back in the Dalaran arena.
It looks like they are. I don't think we will ever see this sort of fight be fought in the Dalaran arena unless it's the first duel. Remember, every time you do a first duel, it will be a RNG choice. But let's see what happens, because Battlecry has absolutely demolished Vesemir in the Dalaran arena before. So can he do it again? Will he advance forward?
Let's see. Got the drums of war sounding in the background. Now who will win? Do we have the madman running wild himself, Battlecry, or do we have the Draenei paladin, Vesemir? And the round's open, gates are out. Looks like we're going to see another similar start again, starting on the low ground for Battlecry. Probably looking for that charge. Vesemir's sitting behind that box saying, I see you, I know what you want to do, we're not doing this today. We're probably going to have a line of sight battle now. We'll see what happens.
So there's a battle shot for the rage generator, but it looks like... Oh, Vesemir must have misclicked there. There's the bubble. All Battlecry has to do is just to backpedal to the lower levels. Vesemir has done a terrible misplay, and Battlecry needs to capitalize this on right now. It's fine if he cannot charge. He needs to go in. And then he gets the charge off though. Vesemir misposition. This is not his fight. He will have to go absolutely ham here. There's a close, and he's going to rack on it straight away with the trinket Blackstorm. He's trying to do everything here to live. But just going down. He's going to fall to Secret Shield in a sec. He misses Repentance. He uses it into Waystone. There's the throwdown. He's not trinketing. He's relying so much on his Sacred Shield right now. He popped the Word of Glory and his Ratio, but his execute range, he's just gonna go down. There's another Colossus Smash. Battlecry is getting very, very lucky on his damage, and he goes down! He gets the execute off, and Battlecry, the sole arms warrior of this tournament, advances to the elimination stage tomorrow. Wow, what a thriller! The Arms Warrior advances forward. Arms Warrior is regarded as one of the worst dueling specs in World of Warcraft, period. And our man Battlecry, the Vorgen Arms Warrior, has advanced forward.
Interesting. Well done, Battlecry. Now, I was actually thinking if Vesemir did do that bubble in one, I would say that is the biggest amount of BM I've ever seen in my life. But it didn't pay off. There's a few people in chat saying it was a fixed match now. That's interesting.
Fixed match? Well, I am the Red Pally GM. How can you make that argument?
Indeed. Indeed. We'll see what happens. The next matchup is going to be between Usepot and I believe it's Creoled the Mage.
Let me look through this once more. It is Soberdolls. Usepot is his Discord name. The sub-rogue facing off against Caro. I cannot remember if Caro is Frost or Fire. We'll check just now. And Caro is the Frost Mage. So this is going to be a lot of defenses being traded. Will they fit into the 5-minute window? Because remember, you have the natural Ice Barrier, you have stronger absorbs than fire, you have your pet to peel for you, and you also have the double ice block. But Sub-Rogue is also loaded on defensive, so let's see what happens here. I think we will see all games go to the 5-minute mark here.
Indeed, looks like everybody is ready to go, so let's see who they are. The Matrix versus Floric.
Wait, why are we pulling in Matrix and Floric?
Usepot said he is not available to attend because of the time.
Oh, well, I was not aware of this, so I guess that Super Dolls is qualified then, right?
Say that again, please.
So that is Sober Dolls or U-Spot, depending on which name you like, has been disqualified then.
Believe so.
That is very, very disappointing. I would have loved to see some good old tactical gameplay, long games, defensive cooldowns being traded one after the other. Unfortunately, we will not get that, but we will get Matrix and Floric on Holy Death Knight facing off against the Rat Paladin.
Okay, Matrix is doing a very quick relog. And we shall see what happens.
It's a matchup of two opposites, isn't it? Because you have the Unholy Death Knight with the pets, the dots, and just in general a lot of slows, a lot of movement deterrence. Going up against the Rat Paladin who can stun and fear those pets. He has the freedom, he has the cleanses, and he also has a really strong burst, but they also have really good defenses into one another. Matrix will have his anti-magic shell and Icebound Fortitude. Obviously, our Paladin will have our Divine Shield and Divine Protection, and they are in. Looks like it is Blade's Edge once more.
Indeed, indeed. Let's get over to the correct scene now. Unholy DK versus Ret. The battle of dark and light now fight together in the Blade's Edge arena.
Indeed, and it's both two melee classes. I expect this to be very, very entertaining.
I expect to see explosions. It's just a shame that corpse explosions kind of shit. Oh, I see Russell.
The one time it was strong, it had to be nerfed, alright?
Okay,
So the
match
gates
started.
have opened. Floric plays a bit defensive. He wants to stay downstairs. He's pulling Matrix down. There's a judgment, so they're gonna try to set each other up now. There's a pet fear instantly. And he's gonna capitalize on it with the gargoyle straight away, because remember, Turn the Evil does have a cooldown. He uses his Holy Wrath to stun the gargoyle though, so before just taking a lot of damage, he should have been bubbling like this ages ago. And there's the bubble, but it's a very low bubble.
Yeah, it's a very interesting play as well. The Turn Evil was used at a great time when Matrix Dark Simulacrum was up, so that Simulacrum is completely useless for Matrix, but we're seeing a huge health disparity. There's the Wings pop, Guardian as well, Icebound Fortitude's going up for Matrix to try and mitigate some of the damage. Necrotic Strike's doing tons of damage to mitigate the healing, and GG, good job Matrix, 1-0.
Perfect Icebound Fortitude to keep up the pressure. Floric goes down, giving the first win to Matrix. Floric did not even get a chance to do his damage. Matrix played this perfectly. So let's see what will be the second map, because remember, Floric wants to pick a map where he can be very, very defensive. He needs his Crusader strikes. He wants to make sure that something like this never happens again. And also that he can position really well. Ruins of Lordaeron is one of those maps. You can easily avoid the gargoyle in the middle of the map, so you don't have to waste a GCD on fearing it, and instead you can fear the goal, and you eliminate most of the damage from the Death Knight. But the Death Knight himself is still scary. He's gonna have a lot of necrotic strikes up, and Floric needs to make sure that he uses his bubble at the perfect time to eliminate as much damage as he can, and also to cleanse all the necrotic strikes.
Just as a quick shout out to everyone, after the PvP tournament, we will be heading over to the Jump event that has been created by the amazing Game Master Hiki. And it should, or should I say his new name is Game Master Hiki? And we'll see what happens, but this is going to be another explosive match. Let's bring the hype.
Indeed. Let's see what map he picks, because both classes have a really strong playstyle against one another, but Floric just mispositioned, he mismanaged his global cooldowns, and he went down. It's these small mistakes that cost him. Can he correct these now? Will we see Matrix be defeated, the only one Holy Death Knight, or we will see all of our Red Paladins eliminated in this tournament?
We shall see. We're into the next arena, Ruins of Lordaeron. I believe that Floric's going to have to make clever use of that middle pillar, especially with the Gargoyle being around for big damage. And hopefully we will see a massive win again for one of these incredible players. Please give it up for the Unholy Death Knight and fellow content creator Matrix. Or will it be the underdog, Floric, the Ret Paladin?
Not so much the underdog, as more so just being absolutely rolled over the last match. But let's see what happens now, because this is the perfect map choice if you want to avoid those pets, which is the core pressure from Death Knights. And they go straight to the middle of the map. Floric takes a bit of a wider line. He's trying to set himself. There's the fear instantly. Matrix is going ham. His abs has already popped all cooldowns. That's everything. That's goal, frenzy, and empower rune weapon. Floric just tanking this. He's not bubbling. He's just taking all damage. And once more, he bubbles very low. And what did the simulacrum take? Is the question.
That is a good question. We do wonder to see what that simulacrum takes, but health pools are looking even right now. Floric's sitting in the middle, taking those hits from the Gargoyle. Even though that dummy's all popped up with the stacks, and it's too much, too little, too late. 2-0 to Matrix.
Almost went down. He was 20%, and he had no runic power to heal himself up. So this was a much better match from Floric, but unfortunately, it did not cut it. He just took too much damage from those pets, and it led to his downfall. So that is from the qualifier, every single Red Paladin has been wiped out. Matrix advances forward to the elimination tomorrow. And we have one more duel left. We will have a mirror match of two rogues, two sub-rogues, fighting off against one another. We will have Nazareth and Muslim facing off against one another. So I would advise everybody to grab your pillows, grab your blankets, grab your Sally Whitemane body pillows, and just get comfortable, because we will likely see duels. These duels have a lot of stealth, but we will need some time to for both of our players to show up.
No worries. So can I have, again, the names of the two competitors, please?
I will type it in a second. Just need to organize them.
Yeah, once again, massive, massive well done to our competitors here. Everybody's been putting up the fights of their lives. It's been an absolute blast to see what's going on. And just trying to get into the head of the competitors as well, to see what they're doing. You know, it's really difficult to do. So we'll see what happens here.
They're already in.
Oh, looks like they've already went in, and we haven't even set anything up yet. That's a little bit of a misplay from the coordinators there.
Really, because remember, these are rogues. They will give us the time. They'll just sit still for 5 minutes, get frozen, and get disqualified. So let's see what happens in these fights.
Yeah, at least we have the time to get everything set up. The UI is now corrected. We are good to go. Let's see, double rogue mirror matchup now. Two rogues, Nazareth versus Muslim. I believe Muslim has one of the bigger guilds on the Whitemane PTR, if I remember correctly. Assassination versus Sub.
Wait, it is assassination. It is assassination. I would have assumed it's Sub. And he gets the Fan of Knights, gets a very good opener, gets blinded on the instant, but he breaks the blind. He doesn't let him trinket. That's a bit of a misplay there. And he gets a turnaround into the blind on the assassin rogue. So Muslim now has the perfect opportunity to get a resap, and just he doesn't even go for the reset, but just opens straight away. He wants to do as much damage as he can and then run away, hopefully. Pops the lifeblood for a bit of haste. Disarms the assassin rogue. He does not play weapon chain. He's disarmed for 10 seconds. And he pops the cold blood. This is very, very bad for Nazareth. He's absolutely behind. He only pops a 2 combo point recuperate. And he misses smoke bomb against the deadly throw. He cannot do anything here. He's just absolutely on the back foot right now.
Is the cheap shot open? Whoa, was a trinket there into a vanish.
Indeed.
Nazareth was a little bit confused. There's the dance, big damage coming in. Nazareth has absolutely nothing there. No combat readiness to counter this. Big damage in with the ambush. He's dropped down to 40% health. He missed the kidney shot as well. Got the deadly throw on, jumping down with the really nice shadow step in the background there. No recuperate yet, since Muslim is sitting in stealth. He's unable to do that. Oh, picking up the Shadow Eyes. That might be a little bit dangerous given the damage that Sub-Rogue can do. But the health difference here is massive. This could be an easy steamroll for Muslim, but we'll see what happens there. Both rogues now have Shadow Eye. And it looks like Muslim's trying to find out what's going on. Good sap into the cheap shot. Right away into a kidney. Bit of an overlap. Maybe a bit of a misplay here. There's the gouge. And we're going to see what happens here.
Indeed, he's just gonna get moved down now. There's a kidney shot, and Nazareth goes down. There's a lot of misplays, a lot of mistakes on Nazareth's end. It's very unfortunate from his part, because Assassin Rogue is actually one of the better matchups he can get against an Assassin Rogue, because remember, Vendetta gives them true sight. The Sub-Rogue's Vanish does nothing, but at the same time you have to be on edge for the Shadow Step stuns, because he cannot dodge those. They are from the behind. You cannot dodge them, so you need to make sure that you use your combat readiness and your trinket to absolute perfection. So now we just need to wait and see what map does Nazareth pick. I would say he wants to have an open map. He wants to do something like Ring of Valor or Nagrand Arena. And he chooses Blade's Edge. That's not what I would have picked for sure. It's the Sub-Rogue can easily run away on this map. There's a lot of opportunities for line of sight, and also a very, very good juke on the bridge in the middle. So let's see what happens here. I think Nazareth is gonna go down. I think he made a bad choice.
We shall see. You know what they always say, it's you've made your bed, now sleep in it. And considering that Nazareth is undead, it'll probably be a coffin by the end of this. But round 2, Muslim 1, Nazareth 0, Sub-Rogue versus Assassination.
Let's see what happens here. I still have hope for Nazareth to try to turn this around. He did get a very unfortunate opener last time around. Will he do better? Our man Muslim is facing the wrong way with his Spectral Trigger. It doesn't matter how much you spend on the game if you cannot play it well enough, and he gets zapped into the straightaway open. He absolutely just misplayed this Nazareth. I'm not sure what he's doing here. He did mess up all his stun dealers, but he got a disarm off. He trinkets the gouge. They trade blinds as well, but now Muslim will have the upper hand here, even though he has a lot of dots up. He cloaks the dots away. He's gonna do a lot of damage right now. And just try to run away. Again, disarm. He doesn't have the weapon chain. And he uses evasion and gets baited. This is what I was talking about. This is why Nazareth should not have picked this up. He gets a full first aid. He doesn't have a single dot on him. And he gets the throw on Nazareth. Keep both of them in combat. Muslim's playing this very, very well. He's playing this perfectly so far. He's very high health, Muslim. He has a lot of opportunities here now. He's gonna probably Shadow Step in a second, but he gets this stealth Nazareth, so he will want to go for the eye. They both use Sprint. Really unfortunate for Nazareth, because he does have the Sprint talent to cleanse slows, which is something he does need against the Sub-Rogue, because he has much, much lower mobility. Muslim gets the eye. Can he get out of stealth? He gets out with the Shadow Step, Hemorrhage. Gets a combo points worth of recuperate. They're just playing this safe. Remember, the clock is ticking. There's the opener again. He's not dancing, but he does use his unused trinket. He puts a lot of damage on Nazareth. Again, the disarm. But he should be staying offensive here. If Nazareth's disarmed, he cannot put any dots on him. He can't put any poisons or bleeds. But he wants to absolutely make sure that he steamrolls him, so he's gonna play defensive, he's gonna try to get his reset. There's the reset, Shadow Step cheap shot. And Nazareth is just gonna go down in his kidney.
And that's it, GG.
And falls away in the bleed. And that is our final duel. Muslim takes the win. The sole assassin rogue falls out. And that is the qualifier done.
Indeed, what a fantastic match. It was really interesting to see because Nazareth had that cold blood popped and wasn't able to make any use out of it. Just given the fact that it was up for so long. But good job to all of our competitors. Well done, Muslim, for moving on to the next round. And we will... And I believe that calls an end to the qualifiers today, if I remember correctly.
Indeed, our last 4 players, because we've only had 24 players face off, we had 28. Our last 4 players, because we do not have enough people to qualify with. Tomorrow, we will be starting with them with a best of 7 to make up for not playing today. And they will face an endurance challenge to try to make up for not having enough players in this competition. I'm really excited to see that. It's gonna be, as I said, it's gonna be best of 7. It's going to be an endurance challenge. There's gonna be a lot of opportunities to learn each other's playstyles and adjust accordingly. But at the same time, you cannot change talents, you cannot change gear, you cannot change specs. You have to work with what you have. So tomorrow we should see some very interesting duels, very long-term duels, and I just cannot wait to see what happens.
I cannot wait as well. So tomorrow, guys, we will have the elimination bracket. And obviously we have those juicy prizes that have been listed as well. Mullich, as you are the proprietor of this event, would you care to let everyone know what the rewards are for winning the full-on competition?
For first position, they will get a title called... Actually, let me look up correctly, just so I don't make any mistakes.
Yeah, you don't want to make mistakes on prizes. That would be a big, big no-no.
Indeed. But in the meantime, we do also have our jump event going up right now.
A few minutes for that one. It's still being set up. So this will also be a streamed event. All the GMs will be together in chat for this. So you can get to know us all, you can ask us all questions, and such, and we will also be spectating the jump event going through. We will link the keyword very shortly.
Indeed.
Because, I don't know about you guys, my bladder is full after all of that excitement.
I'm sure that is information that everybody wanted to hear, Sylah.
Exactly, yeah, you know, just you share, you share it out with the homies.
Indeed. So, the rewards then. Everyone who participates will get a foam sword rack on the live release of the server. And anyone who finishes P4 and above will get a flag of ownership. The runner-up will get a Bengal Tiger. And the overall winner will get the Grand Crusader title. And remember, rewards are cumulative, so if you win, you will get the Grand Crusader title, you will get the Bengal Tiger, you will get the Flag of Ownership, and you will also get the Formed Sword Rack.
Yeah, there we go, guys. The keyword has been placed into the chat. Keyword is Jump Event, one word. And we will be getting the Jump Event very shortly. I believe we're going to take a quick break for that, but Game Master Mullich, thank you so much for your time for this one, and I will see you tomorrow. Actually, I'll see you in a couple minutes because we're doing the jump event.
Indeed. I need 5 minutes as well, so I'll talk to you in a second.
Yeah, we will see what happens, but we're going to get those beautiful music back on, and we'll see you guys shortly. We'll change the stream name. Take care, everyone, and we'll see you very soon.
Thank you, everyone, for watching.
Welcome everybody to the Whitemane Jump event. Straight after the excitement of the PvP event, we are joined by Game Master Mullich. You want to say hello again?
No.
Okay, fair enough. We are also joined by our community manager Esmeralda.
Hi guys.
And one of our lead GMs, Tide. Who's probably going to sit quiet. There he is! Hey! And the proprietor of the event, the man, the myth, the legend, the incorporeal being who stayed up for 36 flecking hours to make this event. Hiki-san. We're very excited to bring this event to you guys today. I've also lined up some beautiful music to be played in the background. Nothing like a bit of the starved theme from Final Fantasy. And he's gone.
Well, that's it for Hiki, guys.
Yeah,
Thank you for coming.
That is it for Hiki, guys. So I believe that the jump event is now on, but if our community master, Esme, would like to talk through the event, that would be brilliant.
I can say a little bit. The event's going to start soon as Hiki actually summons people. People have been added to a queue. We have at least 20 competitors. And we're good to go whenever Hiki wants to summon.
It's gonna be fun. And do we have any rewards for these events? Oh, it looks like some people were dueling at the time.
Oh no.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness me.
People on fire, demons, naked night owls. Literally all the selection you can think about. This is starting to feel like Goldshire here in a sec.
Wow, it's certainly going to be interesting, given the blast that we had during the PvP event. Good luck, everybody, and we'll see what happens.
Indeed, no cheaters.
It's on Hiki's account. Whenever he would like to start it, he can.
Go and guild chat. So, go on everyone, go and jump. Climb the walls, climb the stairs.
And as for...
Kenny's just grinding already. Look at this man.
Oh, goodness me. Sorry, Esme, you were about to say something?
As for rewards, the first person to finish today will be receiving a rooster mounts per Foster. Foster wanted it.
Okay. Is the mount called Chicken Nugget?
No, it's called the Magic Rooster. But... the anyone who participates will also be receiving a bunch of grenades that Hiki has picked out.
I see. Let's see then. See how everyone gets on. The spectator side shall be provided by moi. And even Hiki fell. Goodness me.
Wow.
Oh, it seems like this Ankaraji crystal here is causing players some problems. That's really interesting. Let's fix the music because I can hear background sounds. I can hear my Worgen growling because of flying. Esme did point out if you cannot fly in an area, or if you're not allowed to fly, your character will constantly yell at you.
Yeah. It's unfortunate, but it's what you gotta do.
Exactly. Come on, Hiki, you made the event yourself. Don't tell me you can't make the jumps.
Hyde's over here cheating using his flying powers in order to get up further ahead of everybody.
It's clever use of game mechanics, that's what it is.
Sure.
I'm just too
You
good.
gotta get that magic rooster somehow.
Just gotta do it.
Oh, Mistoink is all the way up at the top. Oh, will he make the jumps?
Look at him go!
Go, Mistoink! How did you guys find the PvP event? I'm a little bit exhausted after it.
It was crazy to watch. I was on the edge of my seat for most of them.
Hell yeah.
Definitely not paid to voice that opinion.
I was rooting for the warrior, for sure.
Yeah, Battlecry won it. Was so happy.
Indeed. Well, Bellcry, Vesemir, and RNG versus which I think it was facing off against Ferret, right? Those two duels were insanely fun to watch.
Yeah, Mustoink's already making headway on this course.
Yeah, he's doing great.
Yeah, we also have some of the competitors as well. Oh, I can see a Vincent. I see a Vincent on his death knight currently staring at Mullich. Let's see what happened.
Trying to figure out where to go. He's getting his directions, he's checking his compass. He's a bit lost.
Meanwhile, Mistake's all the way up at the front. It's me shredding this course. But it's nice to see that some of the competitors from the PvP event are here as well. But I need to ask from our amazing community manager, do we plan to have more of these events going forward?
Oh, absolutely. We're going to have events constantly.
Gotta love it.
We've got a whole channel on our staff Discord that is devoted specifically to events where we're all coming up with ideas and taking the players' ideas into consideration for things that they'd like to see as well.
It's all about that community feedback. It's what drives us.
Absolutely.
Let's see what's going on. People are still struggling at the front, and then we have Mistake all the way over at the back here.
He's just destroying this course.
Hiki, did you let Mistake in here early?
No, it's probably that everybody else is just bad, not gonna lie.
Sounds like a skill issue.
I guess some of these people's strong suits is PvP and not jumping.
Definitely, well, most of the competitors from the PvP event are still in the first section of the course.
Look at like it's an ant maze. Like it legit looks like an ant maze.
It does. Oh, there's a few more people falling down.
Can we point that Hiki has fallen down probably more than anyone?
Definitely. Oh, looks like Mistake has a competitor here, Vincent.
Wait, Vincent has gone forward that much? I haven't even seen.
Yeah, Vincent's gone over.
He no longer has his GM powers, so...
Nerfed like the rest of them.
Indeed.
The stream has been hydrated by Pepsi Max. Aspartame. Very good for you. Haha.
I mean, I just drink tap water, man.
And the blood of your enemies.
Listen, I gotta hydrate myself somehow.
Mistake's getting started on the tree, guys. Look at him go.
Goodness me. Need to give myself a little bit of speed so that it's easier to comment, easier to spectate everyone. Has anyone else got past the first part? Hiki's finally made it past the first part.
Way to go, Hiki.
The creator's struggling. That's when you know it's a good map. Oh, I'm seeing some more people.
Creation. Yeah, the creation destroying the creator.
So we have Lois Griffin and Aramil onto the second zone. Where's Mustoink? What's he doing? He's halfway up that tree already.
Look at me, I'm a movement player, Lois.
You don't be expecting hunters to do a lot better on this. Oh, we have some druids trying to pop sprint to see if it's working. It's not giving them any advantage, just making it harder.
Yeah, increased movement speed can actually make it harder because these jumps are very tight.
Ooh, look at Lotus Griffin. She almost made it up.
Ooh. It's very spoopy indeed. We're starting to see more players come through now. Let's see who's left over at the first area. So we have Kenny Stabber. We have Battlecry, the legend himself, still stuck at the start.
He does not use like heroic leap to cheat when we're not looking. How is he stuck there?
Don't give him the idea, he's probably watching. Oh, my music stopped. That's not nice. That's definitely not nice at all. Let's put on the Howling Fjord theme.
Sabotage.
Sabotage. Muslim's still back here. Oh, Fauver is finally at the top now. Well, this would be our naked night elf. Aramil's jumping up. One of the shamans, Christine, is up. Vincent's now making his way to the tree. Lowe's Griffin is on the tree. Let's see, Mistoink is at the top of the tree. Oh, he nailed it! What's it, Mistoink's got this in the bag?
He's gonna have to climb the tree again if he falls down here. He has to nail these jumps first try, and he one-shots it. This is fantastic gameplay here, ladies and gentlemen. Most blood-pumping thing ever since they invented stealth duels.
Those stealth duels were something else. But anyhow, this is not the PvP event, this is now the jump event.
Mistake fall down.
No, he fell.
He fell, he made a mistake.
Oh, no.
Indeed, and he has to go back to the tree.
Oh, goodness me. See, Vincent's
Do remember, by the
way,
way, at the end of this course, I believe there's a podium.
There is.
Oh, gotta get there fast.
I will want to see that female Worgen be on the top and dancing, don't you?
Oh, hell yeah, dude. Although I don't see any other female Worgen players, it's just me.
At least we got some of the Night Elves.
Yeah, I got Night Elves, you know, second best, I guess.
Mistake is a
why
female
is-
Laura. Female Morgan.
Why is Lois Griffin a female goblin?
There are some questions in life, my friend, you do not want answers to.
Oh, Lotus Griffin's getting ahead. Look at her.
Oh, coming.
Let's not say that about Lotus Griffin.
Yeah, let's definitely not say that. Peter! I tried.
That was actually kind of accurate.
Oh, Mistoink's getting back into that lead position, though. So much to watch and so little time to do it. Anyone else still in the second part? Aramil's still over there. Hiki's struggling. And someone left the call. Artisan, let's see who's back at the start. Who are the people? We've got more summoning people in. We've got Smite DK who's finally arrived.
Griffin is making ground up here, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, Mistake is... can't tell if Mistake's helping someone else or if Mistake's just powering through.
We'll have to investigate for doping after this event.
Doping, alright.
We got those potions of speed. Got those levitating effects, you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, very interesting is that Mistake's now switched over to Inner Will just to get that little bit of extra movement speed. Very interesting use of class mechanics. But will it be a detriment? That is the big question.
He's confusing Lois Griffin now. Look at this. He's pulling absolute mind games on this lad.
Well, we've got people standing up at the part. They're wondering where to go. It's very interesting. Some nice camaraderie from the guys from the PvP event, especially.
Mistake fell down.
Did Mistake fall?
Yeah.
Oh, he needs to go back to the
Lois
start.
Griffin in P1.
Oh, that is not bueno whatsoever.
Lois Griffin is just backtracking right now, and he fell down as well. And he double fell down.
Who knows, guys? Maybe this jump event is just a bit too difficult, or maybe it's just a skill issue. Who knows?
Most likely a skill issue, but who knows?
Dunno, tight.
We'll get the British scientists to work on that.
Hiki's having difficulties, so it might just be difficult, guys. I don't know.
Let's go over to one of our lead GMs, Tide, for his opinions.
Nah, he just sucks.
Well said. Everyone else trying to be nice about it. Nah, they just suck.
They're doing their best. Unfortunately, their best just isn't enough right now.
We have a lot of weak players here on Whitemane. It looks like everybody joined for the Whitemane fan art.
That's one of the prizes, maybe. Some fan art. Maybe one day.
Maybe one day.
Maybe one day. We have the amazing Game Master Mullich standing up, looking proud, the new king. Hail to the king, baby. Nah, ruined it. Get your
What
wings
do
out
you
of here.
mean?
You're using
What do
frost
you
more.
mean? What do you mean? Arthas used Frostform when he was a paladin, okay?
But Arthas turned into a dunk knight.
Yeah, okay, but that's because he's an idiot.
You want to say that to Matrix next time?
What, that Arthas is an idiot or that Matrix is an idiot?
No,
I mean, I
but
can say both, but I don't know the man well enough to know if that insult is gonna land well.
that's not what I meant. He beat up a rat, remember?
Well, okay, sure. He didn't beat me.
Am I seeing a little bit of staff rivalry here?
I mean, if things go wrong, I can always just, use my commands and then, say that there's some bug with the server or something, I don't know.
Oh, I see some GM abuse. Esme, thoughts?
I don't know. That's Tide's arena. You might just have to ban Mullich.
Tide?
He's already banned.
My life. I will just have to make a new account.
Oh no, he flipped and fell.
Oh no!
Poor Hiki.
Let's see who's over at P2. Let's see what's happening in phase 2. We've got Kenny. We've got Muset. We have... Who is that? That's the paladin's name that I can never pronounce. It's... No.
All
Just
in rap paladin.
Verzy was so good in that PvP event, but he's just sitting here looking at a wall, not really sure where to go.
What is he?
He's at the start.
He has to orientate himself.
Poor Battlecry. He's just like, where am I going?
He tried to cheese it and go over, but he didn't realize that Hiki made an invisible wall there that nobody can climb.
Oh, cheeky, cheeky.
Hiki thought of everything, really. I tried to cheat so hard and get through all the little cheatsy things here, but it's impossible.
So what you're trying to say is you tried so hard and got so far, but in the end, Hiki said, fuck no.
Yeah, he did. And then he fell again, and he's very upset about it.
I mean, the man who made it is struggling with it.
Oh, this is so easy. Then again, I also playtested this map like 10 times, but...
I had nothing to do with it. I was too busy being a ticket bot.
Look, a mistake, getting up high.
Is it just going to be a Whitemane stream of us laughing at our own players?
Yep. Pretty much. I believe I'm in another area that doesn't exist yet.
Nobody's gone to that area yet.
I do like the phasing. That's very interesting. Let's
The Mystic's making up ground again. He's back to where he fell down.
We've got a lot of people on this tree now.
Yeah, that's great. Let's see who's back at the start. Who do we have? Oh, we have Rages. Goodness me, and Smite as well. But Smite was a late joiner. Oh, I see a Miss Doink. Miss Doink's chilling. The only female Worgen here. Come on, Miss Doink, do it for me. Do it for me. You stole my name on the classless server. At least do something with it.
Look at him, he's afraid. He's afraid.
Oh, there's the
inner will again.
Could be a detriment. Let's see the tree again. Let's.
Oh no!
Did he fall again? Oh no!
He fell and he fell into the
Let's
P2.
go! He's back to like position Narnia from P1 straight away.
Position Narnia. Oh, too good. Ty, do you have any comment for that failure?
Not really. He sucks. Everyone knows that.
So rude.
He knows where
So
he
it's a
messed
lead GM, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, the lead GM. And let's go to Esme for some comments.
up. I'm just watching Mistake. I feel so bad for him. He was doing so well, and now he's basically in last place.
He's not doing so well anymore, is he?
But he does know how the event goes and how the course is set up now, so he does have an advantage.
Yeah, let's see. Muslim's close on the tail for that one.
Yeah, Lois Griffin is just lost. He does not know what to do.
Now, where is Lois Griffin?
Appear on me.
Oh no, I see them. They're here.
Oh, he
looks
figured
like
it out.
finally, like, he's been trying for like 6 minutes. Or I don't know if it's a he or a she. I'm just gonna call him a he because it's probably memeing, but whatever.
Well, female goblin, I'd assume so. I'd hope so.
He's at the point where a mistake fell. Let's see if he falls as well.
Well, Lois, Lois make the mistake. Oh, first jump success, second jump success. Hey!
Yeah.
Oh, who is this? We've got people over in the last area. Or is this the second
These
last
guys,
area?
no, these guys are just lost.
Oh, they're just
trying.
lost. Ah,
Lois
Trying to
Griffin
cheat.
is scaling the books right now. He's learning knowledge here.
goodness me, I lost them. Oh, the books are over here.
Yeah.
Oh, that is a toughie. Hiki, you didn't have to be that mean.
Bachelor degree speedrun.
All eyes are on you, Lois Griffin. Will you make this jump? Good job.
We are gonna have the winner DM me on Discord so I know what your name is so you can get your prize.
I'll DM you in a sec.
We'll see if Lotus will get it.
Lois is confused.
Lois Griffin
Oh,
makes
nice.
that jump, missed the last blank. This is absolutely insane movement here, ladies and gentlemen. You don't see this type of stuff in the AWC. He's gonna make the elevator jump.
Oh, he's so close.
Absolutely insane.
Gorski as well?
Gorski?
Gorski cheated!
Well, what is Gorski doing here, ladies and gentlemen? We have a cheater on our tails.
Oh my. He didn't get
Gorski.
all the tricks.
Do you know what? If
I got
Hiki
an
didn't
idea.
spot it, that ain't his problem. Oh no!
It is not the player's problem if he didn't find it. It's fine.
Yeah, bring him back up. Bring him back up for that one.
Nope, he'll have to find it as the
I'll
way
have to find it. Ah, okay, fair enough. But smart use of game mechanics, though.
we have a winner, guys.
We have a winner. Who is our winner?
Lotus
Griffin, right?
got off the platform and is now running around the boat.
Yo.
Nice. So where are all the? I see the podiums.
Oh, look at him flexing. That's all with the question mark. This was nothing to him. He just absolutely destroyed this jump event.
Good job, Lewis Griffin. Well done. Let's go back. We have another contender coming up. Christy. Christy will be the next one. Will Christy make the jump? That's the question. It's a really big jump. 1, 2. We have second place. Second place goes to Christy. And now let's see. I believe there's quite a few players that are still right at the back here. I think Gorski's trying again to see if he can get that that jump through. For some reason, some of the floor is invisible to me. But anyhow, let's check back. Let's see what's going on.
Mistake,
Oh,
by the
Vincent
way,
fell.
just now.
I just caught a clip of Vincent falling. Oh,
Mistakes finished.
okay. We
He's
have
on the boat.
people jumping on the boat again from the wrong side. The lift again. So that looks like another cheater.
That's Gorski again.
Yep, Skorsky again. So we'll leave this up to our lead GMs and our community master to tell us if this counts or not.
You know, it's clever use of game mechanics. We didn't spot it. We're not going to punish players for something that we didn't spot.
Alrighty, you heard her, you heard her. So Gorski, third place. Congratulations.
We got fourth. Mistake
fourth?
actually beat him.
Oh, really?
Yup.
Goodness me, I didn't even see it. Well done, guys. Well done.
So according to Foster, we can only give out one rooster, and that will be going to Lotus Griffin. We might figure out that we can give out other prizes to the losers, but for now. It's first place only. However, we will be doing the jump event again after the second PvP event tomorrow. So you will have another chance to win that rooster.
No worries. Can I get all of the winners on their podiums, please? So we need the third place contender on the podium, which I believe was, or second place, sorry, Christy. Where's Christy? Oh, there's Christy. Let's get them on the podium. Let's get a nice little screenshot of them. Tell them to strike a pose. Oh, mistake, ran off. Get my stoink back here. Oh, we are rearranging the the positions. So we need my stoink on it so we can get a nice screenshot so we can put it into the chat. Does anyone want to summon them there, just so we don't need to waste the time on it?
Someone who a mistake.
Yeah, I just need
He's
mistakes.
doing it.
Yeah, I just need mistakes spawned. Oh, need him turned. Anyone want to possess?
No, it's fine. Just take the picture like this. He's probably just sulking.
Alrighty. Beautiful.
It was a great match, everyone.
Indeed.
Yep, let's get another picture in just to make sure we've got it. Trying to get one where Christy's actually moving because she's doing clap. Oh, there we go. Gorgeous.
We have one more finisher here.
There we go. We have our picture. Post it into GM General for you all. And congratulations to our winners. And thank you for our participants.
Indeed. Congratulations to all the PvP participants and the jump event participants. It was a good ride, and tomorrow we shall have more.
Yeah, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Gonna shut off the beautiful broadcast now. Until we meet again tomorrow, everyone, have a good one. Bye-bye.
Indeed. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.